Jason Witten because, let's see, most talented team he's ever played for. He played on the 2007 Dallas Cowboys, who went 13-3 with now Hall of Famer Terrell Owens on that team.
Hall of Famer.
Tony Romo was Jason Witten's best friend. Remember, they went to Cancun together before the playoff game.
That broke your heart, too. I remember this.
I remember
you talking about it, Skip. It broke your heart.
By the way, Jason Witten did make first-team All-Pro that year at tight end. That's pretty good. Did you make first-team All-Pro ever?
4 times.
Did you? Okay,
Yeah.
you made it that time. I wanted to give you a shot.
4 times? Okay, good.
Then let's fast forward to 2014. Dallas Cowboys went 12-4, and DeMarco Murray led the league in rushing.
1,848 yards.
And how about Des Bryant? He led the league in touchdown catches, and he should have had another one at Green Bay in the playoff game.
He was also what? First-team All-Pro.
First-team All-Pro. And then let's go a couple more years up to 2016. That team went 13-3 with 2 rookies at quarterback and at running back. And Des Bryant was pretty good, and Cole Beasley led all receivers on that team with 833 receiving yards. So, I don't know, that was a pretty loaded football team, right? Nope, says Jason Witten. This is the most talented. And I got to tell you, it's a little bit of a shot at his best buddy, Tony Romo, because he's saying, I got a better chance with Dak Prescott than I ever had with Tony Romo. I got a better chance with Amari than I ever had with Dez or T.O., right? I got a better chance with this defense than anybody I ever had on all those other Cowboy defenses. That is a mouthful from the team leader, Jason Witten. So now I'm reading that the sky is starting to fall again because Cowboys have opened negotiations with one Jalen Smith, their rising star inside linebacker.
And
here we go again. So it's like, how can you sign him and Dak and Zeke and Amari? They already signed DeMarcus.
Yeah.
And what about Byron Jones? What about all these young stars?
What about them?
And I'm saying, what about the best problem in the National Football League that my team has? Because it is loaded with young stars.
Loaded.
All of whom deserve to be paid because they're really good and they're all on the verge of arriving at the same time. Not to mention my left tackle, Ty Smith, who said yesterday at one of the OTAs that he's the freshest he's been in several years. He's finally completely healthy, and he says he's a little bigger and a little faster than he used to be. Wow, that's the left tackle. And how about Travis Frederick? How about the center? He's back practicing right now after his issue that he had all last year that cost him the whole year. And all of a sudden, it's starting to come together, yet I had to read Peter King rank my Dallas Cowboys as the 16th best team. See, there are 32 teams, so 16th means they're dead average, right?
Better than a pack.
And he ranked their division rival Philadelphia all the way up at 8.
Ahead of them.
And guess what? Jason Witten came back because Jason Witten has 0 rings. And all of a sudden, I'm giving Jason Witten a real good shot to at least get to this Super Bowl.
He's been married for a long time, so he got a ring.
Oh, he got a ring.
That's the only one he's going to get.
I'm talking about a Super Bowl ring.
Good luck.
And I'm talking about he's got a good shot, and he's smart enough to know this will be his best shot.
Well, if he go up there, I don't know where they keep the trophies at, but I'm sure if he were to go into
Jerry's office.
Go to Jerry's office, they probably should have him lined so they go and see the different rings, the markups. It's like, Jason, see those? You're never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never go.
Okay.
No, Skip Bayless, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, and Jason Witten should be ashamed of himself too, because you make some very interesting points. Jenny, read that question one more time, because Skip was filibustering.
Well, what does it tell you? What does that quote tell you if he says this is the most talent I've seen?
They probably missed the playoffs. That would tell me. Yeah. Skip Bayless, he ought to be ashamed of himself. You mentioned something. You said in 2007, did you know that 2007 roster had an NFL record that still stands to this day? 13 Pro Bowlers, Jenny. Do you realize that of 22 starters, 13 of them made the Pro Bowl? Jason Witten was on that team. Jason Witten had 96 catches, 1,145 yards, and 7 touchdowns. He was first-team All-Pro. T.O. had 81 catches, 1,355, 15 touchdowns, first-team All-Pro. Marion the Barbarian Barber had 10 rushing touchdowns. Tony Romo, DeMarcus Ware, Roy Williams.
Loaded.
Flozell Adams, Leonard Davis.
And this team is better.
13 Pro Bowl.
Thank you.
Then the 2014, those guys had 8 Pro Bowlers and lost in the divisional round. So what that tell me? The more talent, the least far they're going to go. Now, I remember the time, I think it was 92, 93, 94, they had 11 Pro Bowlers. But guess what would happen? Skip, tell the people what's happening back in the mid-'90s when they had all them Pro Bowls. What were they doing, Skip?
They were winning.
They were winning. They got all these Pro Bowls. In 2007, they had 13 and didn't win a game. In 2014, they had 8 and they lost in the divisional round. So
well, they got robbed. But
don't do that, Skip. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Well, they did get robbed.
And so now, Jason Witten is not even, I can't even say he's a fraction. He's not even a decimal of what he was in 2014, let alone 2007, and they're better. How? Where? Are you telling me that Amari Cooper is better than T.O. was in 2007?
Yes.
Are you telling me?
More trustable. Big game trustable. Big catch trustable.
When I see him get double-digit touches, you know T.O. is one of 3 men to ever make all first-team All-Pro with 3 different teams, and all of those guys in the Hall of Fame. Deion Sanders, Ted Hendricks, and one Terrell Owens.
How many Super Bowl rings does T.O. have?
The same many as Amari Cooper.
Oh, okay.
But okay.
Yeah, but Amari's just getting started.
You know, he's just getting started. And Skip, you ought to be, I can't even believe you, Skip. Look, talent, people often ask me, Skip, when we won back-to-back Super Bowls in 97 and 98, I tell people all the time, the 97 team was better. The record does not indicate that because in 98 we went 14-2. In 97 we were 12-4. But in 97 our left tackle is in the Hall of Fame, Gary Zimmerman, and he was a 2-time first-team All-Decade player in the 80s and the 90s. Tony Jones was our right tackle, who was a Pro Bowl player at left tackle. We were loaded. I ain't say we had more talent in 98. I said we were better in 97. But when you got 13 Pro Bowlers, that's an NFL. Do you know how long they've been having Pro Bowls? No team can say they had 13. What makes this so amazing, 11 of them was selected. 2 of them was injury replacements. So you still had 11 of your 22 starters went to the Pro Bowl.
And what was the fate of that football team, Mr. Sharp?
Did Jason Witten, hold on. Jason Witten and Tony Romo was in Cancun. Oh, you don't want to talk about that? They jet skied.
I just brought it up.
That's all what you know. Don't tell it.
I brought it up.
Jason Witten, the team leader, thought it would be most appropriate to be in Cancun with Tony Romo.
2 team leaders,
Yeah,
the quarterback and the tight end.
Don't take it back.
Well, it wasn't like the night before the game, or the week before, because they did have a bye week. They had a bye week.
Yeah.
And somebody told me you had a bye week.
Don't worry about what we did.
And you went to Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Is Cancun Las Vegas? I think I'd rather. It's safer to go to Cancun than Las Vegas, right?
Where's the footage of me in Vegas?
Yeah, well, you told us.
You told
Where's
us.
the footage?
Yes, you
Maybe I
admitted that.
misspoke. Maybe I misspoke.
You actually volunteered that on the air. So
Look,
I'm sorry.
I'm just giving them a hard time. I don't have any problem. Like I said, you're right.
Okay.
They had a bye week in between. Hey, you get time off. You don't get to tell me where I get to go on my time off. They want to go to vacation. They want to go to Cancun, San Tropez. Hell, they can go to hell for all I care.
Okay.
But as long as you back in time to practice for that next coming week, all I know is that they took that L.
They took that L,
Pro
and they lost to a wild card team led by Eli Manning. Who knew? I don't know. At home.
With 13 Pro Bowlers.
And Jason Witten is telling you, I trust Dak Prescott in a big game more than I trust Tony Romo. That's what he's telling you.
I trust them the same because I already know the fate. I trust them the same. Yeah.
Dak Prescott, who led the NFL in game-winning drives in the fourth quarter and overtime in the last 3 years. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I know you don't know anything about deadly snakes, but would you rather get bit by a common brown or a taipan? The end result is the same.
I was going to say,
death immediately.
Deadliest snake there is the guy who's the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys.
No, don't do this.
Oh, that guy.
Skip, you know what? We were having a great conversation. I came out here, you came out here and said, Skip, you look nice.
He is the deadliest. He looks nice. He looks,
that's what I said, Skip, you look nice this morning. You got on gray, you got on black with specs, and that's really nice.
But I'm a viper.
No,
I never believe
you a little garden
when
snake.
you overcompliment
You a little garden snake. You ain't gonna do
style.
nothing. All you do is eat grasshoppers and lizards. You ain't gonna do nothing.
Well, I don't know. A lot of confidence coming from this team,
good.
Skip.
You know what, Skip? You that type, but they see you that type snake. They see you don't even bother you. He gonna get the lizards, the frogs. He gonna get all the grasshoppers. He gonna get the pests away. Don't bother him.
Oh,
I'm actually an anaconda.
No, you're not.
I just swallow you whole every day.
No, you're not no anaconda. No, you a little green garden, a garden variety garden snake.
Okay, what kind of description?
I don't even have to chew. I just swallow you whole.
No. I win.
I just digest
You know you Skip. Everybody know You know what? I was at this appearance. They was like, do you know how many things I signed? Bus skip up.
No way.
Bus skip up.
See,
Everything says
see,
that?
you're in the Hall of Fame, but you needed me to put you on the map, right?
Yeah.
I did
Sorry,
a slogan.
Shannon, you set
I did
yourself
a
up for
slogan.
that one.
You like Nike was not Nike until they just did it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't O'Shea Sharp in the Hall of Fame until I bus skip up.
Yep.
I have a feeling you two may not agree about this next one. Does Kawhi deserve an A+ for his performance
A what?
last night? An A+. We'll give
what?
out grades next.